We want everything. Microwaves, pills, same day Amazon delivering. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love same day delivery and seeing results instantly. I mean, like, who doesn't, right? But I don't like quick fixes that end up creating bigger problems later on in the future. Almost like we tend to have a pipe burst, and instead of actually fixing up the pipe, we just put on plaster on top of the hole that the water created. And just a few hours later, the hole is going to be there again. But that is literally what we do with everything in our lives. We're not feeling well, Advil. Can't focus, Adderall. Like, but why aren't you feeling well? Or why can't you focus? And don't tell me you have ADHD, because that's not the answer. There's actually something even deeper than that. And that's what I'm getting to. That what we actually want to solve is the root problem, the core issue as to why this happened in the first place. Why did the pipe burst? Don't just like fix the pipe. Why did the pipe burst? Was it because it was too cold outside? The heating wasn't on overnight and like the pipes like froze and burst? Was it because there's some sort of clog there or something? What was the cause of why the actual pipe burst? Understand that, solve that problem, then fix the pipe, and then fix the hole in the wall. And guess what? Then it will never happen again in the future. So here's the thing. Solving the real problem takes time. Yes, we have to like try to figure out what the real problem is. And then many times, like the solution to that takes a long time to actually do it. And we need help right now. That's why whenever we have a challenge, whenever there's something that's not going the way we want it to go, we need two things. We need short-term strategies and long-term strategies. Short-term strategies is to help you right now. Like literally right now. What are you going to do right now if you are not feeling well? Yes, maybe Advil is the answer. Maybe it is getting some sleep. Maybe it is watching what you're eating or going for a walk or whatever, understanding what it is, right? What is going to help you right now? Long-term strategy is understanding why that problem occurred in the first place. Like, why are you not feeling well to start off with? And then come up with a solution to solve that problem. Okay, like we said, a long-term solution might take more time. So maybe it is something to do with like your eating habits that is causing you not to feel well, or there's like a bunch of things. Maybe it's an emotional reason as to why you're not feeling well, right? Like that's something people don't like to talk about, but like that very much happens. Now, let's give a few more examples and how it relates to this, to business, and like where you could see very clearly the short-term strategies and the long-term strategies. So maybe you're like me, or what I used to be. Like for a really long time, I struggled with writing good emails to my email list, right? Like they say, hey, the money's in the list, and you want to be sending emails to your list and being able to make money from it. And here's the thing, writing good emails was a real struggle. So what's a short-term strategy? A short-term strategy to help you right now to get emails out right now might be using templates or getting someone else to help you. But like you can use templates your whole life, right? Like that's just a short-term strategy and just putting on a band-aid. You want to really understand why is writing emails such a challenge for you? What is the struggle? Maybe, probably, or it will be because one of your 28 cognitive functions, one of your 28 thinking skills are weak, right? Thinking is not one big thing. Thinking is made up of 28 thinking skills. And we use these skills to do almost every activity or almost every task as we go about our life. So for me, the weak thinking skill that was making writing emails a real challenge was giving a thoughtful response. I couldn't express myself in a clear and cohesive manner. Like I knew how to say it, I had it exactly in my brain, but I couldn't explain it well. As soon as I understood that, that was the real reason as to why writing emails was challenging, then I solved that problem. I mean, it took time, and the long-term strategy was to work on that cognitive function. It took nice couple months, but guess what? It helped a lot. My emails are now amazing, and you want to be getting them. Okay. Lifefixuniversity.com /CF. And if you take the assessment, then you'll afterwards be getting the emails 6 days a week. They're awesome. They're full of tips. They're full of stories. They're super relatable. I get a lot of responses from them. People love them. And why? Because I actually solved the core issue. Now, for you, if you struggle with writing emails, there might be a different core issue, and you want to figure out what is the core issue for you. Probably going to be a different cognitive function related to it. So let's give another example. Maybe you are struggling with completing projects. You have 143 tasks done at 90%, right? You want to use a short-term strategy of maybe giving yourself a prize if you finish it, or maybe having an accountable partner who's going to make sure and keep you accountable that you're actually finishing the task. But that's just the band-aid, right? That is just a short-term strategy to help you get it done. You want to understand, why do you struggle with completing tasks? What is the root cause? You may find out that for you, it comes from the cognitive function of blocking, or maybe it comes from the cognitive function of not understanding reality. Whatever your root cause is, you want to create a long-term strategy for that. Like I said, it may take time. And meanwhile, you may need to have an accountable partner, but work on that so that way it is no longer an issue. Now, you may not have noticed that in both these examples, the root problem, the root cause was weak cognitive functions, because many times the root cause of challenges and of things that we want to be different is because of weak cognitive functions. As soon as you improve those cognitive functions, they are literally the root of anything, behind all the thinking of any task, or almost every single task that we do. So as soon as you improve that, all of a sudden it becomes a lot easier. At LifePix University, obviously we want to help you solve the core issue, right? We want to help you so it's no longer an issue. But we know that long-term strategies take time. So we help you with both the long-term strategies to make sure that it doesn't happen ever again, and the short-term strategies so you have immediate relief right now. If you want to improve your own cognitive functions, if you want to get help with short-term and long-term strategies and how your brain is operating, so that way running your business is easier, you've got less stress, less procrastination, things just happen flawlessly and easily, you'll want to apply to your entrepreneur brain Rewired. The link to that is right below, or you could go to lifepixuniversity.com/YE. That's lifepixuniversity.com/YEBR. Cheers to peak brain performance.